Hi, I'm Hiroko. Thank you for watching. I'm a big fan of Japanese culture and literature. I will introduce Japanese cultural points with reading literary works I know on this channel. I want to show you how interesting Japanese culture is. In my first series of my video, I will introduce very famous novel which was written by Kawabata Yasunari. This novel is famous for winning the Nobel Prize in 1968. Now today, I want to start my discussion about the beginning part of the snow country. So that I want to talk about the land of Japan at first. So let's get started. A train comes out of the long tunnel into the snow country. The earth lay white under the night sky. The train pulls up to the signal stop. A girl who had been sitting on the other side of the car came over and opened the window in front of Mr. Shimamura. The snowy cold poured in. Leaning far out of the window, the girl called to the station master as though he were a great distance away. The station master walked slowly through the snow with a lantern in his hand. His face was buried to just above his nose with a black hand-knitted muffler, and the flaps of his cap were turned down over his ears. "It's that cold, is it?" thought Shimamura. Low block-like buildings that may have been railway dormitories were scattered here and there up the frozen slope of the mountain. The white of the snow fell away into the darkness some distance before it reached them. "How are you?" the girl called out. "It's Yoko." "Yoko, is it? On your way back? It's gotten cold again." Japan is covered with woods and mountains. Almost 70% of the land is mountainous. The Owu Mountains lie in the Tohoku area, which is in the northeastern part of Japan. This Owu mountain range is like the spine of the Japanese archipelago. If you turn your eyes to the center of Japan, you can see Japanese Alps, which includes Mount Hotaka, Mount Norikura, Mount Kitadake, and Tateyama mountain range. These are all over 3,000 meters high, and all of these are volcanoes. The land of Japan has been created by the activity of volcanoes. Masuda Katsumi, who studied Japanese ancient literature at Hosei University, mentioned the relationship between volcanoes and Japanese mythology. The names of ancient gods contain the same words in their names, O-ana. O-ana means a large and deep opening, so their names imply the word large crater. Volcanoes were gods in the ancient imagination of the Japanese people. There are 111 active volcanoes in Japan now. Mount Ontake erupted in 2014. This eruption took 58 lives. However, a large, tremendous amount of volcanic activity has created beautiful, breathtaking scenery. Moreover, we have many spectacular natural features throughout Japan. For example, Lake Ashi, Lake Chuzenjiko, the Oze wetlands, hot springs, waterfalls, and valleys. Trees show us magnificent variable colors in each season. As many people know, the 4 seasons are kind of natural treasure we have been blessed with. Tokyo is at 36 degrees north latitude, Sapporo is at 42 degrees north latitude, and Kyoto is at 35 degrees north latitude. Middle latitudinal areas are likely affected by large air masses. Also, the Japanese islands are surrounded by bodies of water affected by seasonal winds. So, there is a large contrast in the seasons. In the spring, rice fields were filled with snow water from mountains in every village. The lush young rice seedlings planted and the water reflect the blue sky and the mountains. This scenery is extremely beautiful. These life cycles were all created from the climate and terrain. Therefore, in Japan, culture and humanity have been affected by natural conditions. Because Japan is mountainous, there are many man-made tunnels. Before modernization, people mainly used ships for transportation or logistics. There were many searoads around the island of Japan. In Meiji era, people learned Western technology, and finally, we developed our land by ourselves. I can say that one of the famous tunnel is Shimizu Tunnel. Author Kawabata Yasunari gave us the novel Snow Country, which was written in the 1935 time period. Relatively, during the same time, the construction of the Shimizu Tunnel was completed in 1929. And he went to Niigata prefecture, the snow country, by train from Tokyo through the Shimizu Tunnel, which opened in 1931. It was a total length of 9,702 meters. It was the 9th longest tunnel in the world at that time. The Shimizu Tunnel has 2 loops because there are differences in depth and elevation of mountains. The loops were so long that passengers didn't feel the tracks were curving. This was the reason why the Shimizu Tunnel became so long. It started from Tone district in Gunma prefecture in the northern Kanto range, which is located closer to Tokyo, and it ended in Uonuma district in Niigata prefecture, which is the snow country.
A tunnel ascended in a spiral loop and had a spiral descent in the mountains.
This structure was very rare in the world. This is why the author Kawabata chose the words, "A train came out of the long tunnel into the snow country," for starting his story. In Niigata prefecture and the northern areas of Japan, there is a large amount of snow. Sometimes, in only one night, it snows 2 or 3 meters. There are very few clear and fine days. In the center of Japan, there are high mountains, and in the southern part of the Oru range, there are high mountains too. These big mountains have a role acting as large walls. Cold winds from the Sea of Japan hit the walls and strike the mountains, creating powerful updrafts. Therefore, in the winter, enormous amounts of snow always come. While Kawabata wrote Snow Country, he frequently stayed in Niigata and actually experienced firsthand the snow country. In the next video, I want to discuss about the social situations of Meiji era from 1868 until 1912, Taisho era from 1912 until 1926, and the beginning part of the Showa era from 1926 until about 1935. Thank you for watching. See you!